I'm Jason Brown.
I'm Jimmy T.
And you're here on Skippable News. Yes, we are back and should have a presence pretty much almost every week until you leave for Christmas. But we're trying to get back in the habit because we've made big promises about Skippable News changing back to its roots starting January 1st. But actually this week, it's kind of going to go back to its roots a little bit.
We've actually had ones of people telling
us to do this, yes. But to go back to our roots, what we need to tell you is you can skip to the parts you want by going to the menu down below or clicking that little thing on that appears on the side. And if you're on cable TV, which a lot of you have switched to, well, that's your problem. You can't skip. Jimmy, we got quite the episode.
We've got a great episode.
Yeah, we have a Christmas miracle.
We have, it's a wonderful miracle. And a local business is going to stay a local business, which is just about as good as it
would have stayed local business, but it gets to... Yeah, you know what? You're just going to have to watch it. We got Rosie Garcia from Amigos, and you've probably already heard a lot about it, but you're going to love hearing this story. Followed up, we're going to have Kristina Blum-Justice. You interviewed her quite a while ago, and it's talking about her experience in Maui, in Lahaina, for the Red Cross. We have Principal Skrotzki. Did you interview her too?
I did. She's wonderful.
Yeah, so there's one. Fred Rowe with the Fish Report might end up in this, depending on the sake of time. And then Officer Michener was in today.
What a great man. And local is everything, and he's making the California Highway Patrol local. So this is good.
Yeah. So I think you guys are going to really enjoy the episode. We're going back to the old format, which means we're not going to have a continuation of a continuation of a continuation of a continuation of episodes. We're going to try to keep them within 5 to 7 minutes each. And honestly, then there'll be some episodes that you may want to skip. So hence the name Skippable News.
We'll be the USA Today of cable TV in the Owens Valley.
And on YouTube.
And on YouTube.
Because I really like YouTube.
You can learn a lot from YouTube.
You really can.
Tom Cruise taught me that from Days of Thunder.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Yeah? Do you professionally drive now?
Yeah.
I don't know, because you're saying you're leaving your house and then 30 minutes later you get to the office. I don't think you're no Days of Thunder there.
Well, there's that 100-mile-an-hour car chase that will be reported soon.
All right. Well, we hope that you enjoyed this episode of Skippable News, and we also hope that you start getting into the Christmas spirit, because this is December. It's a good time, and we're going to Rosie right now. This honestly really is a Christmas miracle.
Happy Hanukkah.
Yes. I'm Jason Brown, and I'm here with Rosie Garcia. We're going to talk about a Christmas miracle.
We are.
And before we get too deep into it, I'm going to give a little backstory on this. Jake, Evangelist, and Jimmy and I fight over a specific table.
Table 5.
And I wrote in your memoir book, or whatever you want to call it, that what made that table so special is because it was next to you and the staff, and that we could interact with you.
Right.
And then I'm going to go back into October, and my wife and I came and we had dinner, and you handed me a card and just said, I haven't seen you in here lately, and I wanted to make sure that you get this. And I explained that the reason why I hadn't been in is because I was just too sad.
Right.
So moving up about a month, on Tuesday the 28th, we came in and we concluded a conversation that we had started at that lunch, and we both cried.
We both.
Because that was the end of Amigos as we had known it,
Right.
because Rosie, if you didn't know, is the Amiga in Amigos. And many people in the community, I believe, feel the same way. It was which is, thank you for the card, because that just prompted me to go, this is stupid, this is it. And so I remember last week I ate lunch, dinner, lunch, dinner, lunch, dinner.
Right.
And then lunch again. But we had gone to your farewell party.
Yes.
And I remember Jake and us, yeah, pretty much yelling across the room about our table, and he had suggested that he takes the table for a couple. We were going to steal it.
Right. So I heard.
Good job for a minister. We were going to steal the table, and he would keep it for a while, and then I could have it for a while. And then all of a sudden, sadness turned into joy because you announced, and if you could take us through the details of that would be Thursday. This literally all went down on Thursday.
Yes.
It'd be Thursday, November 30th.
That's correct. So
you woke up in the morning to do inventory, and you were sad.
I woke up in the morning, heaviness on my chest, knowing a lot to do to pack up and go.
Right. This was it?
Yeah, this was it. I had already taken down all my little pictures and holiday greetings and memories of pictures with the staff that I have on my board, and it was all packed, and I call up who was supposed to take over. Hey, inventory's here, let's do inventory so that it's nice and clean and clear and there's no question.
Right.
They show up, we do the entire inventory, the walk-in, the dry goods, the upstairs storage, and then he sparks up a conversation about actually being able to buy it, that they would be willing to sell it. And
You're speechless.
I'm speechless. I'm still feeling that heaviness, and I'm like, but we've already done, and he did say there's nothing we've done that we cannot undo. So I'm like, okay, hold on. So he goes and gets coffee, gets his wife, and I have 30 minutes before they're due back to meet and actually talk details. And I call those closest to me. I call those that had said they would support me financially if I needed it, and my lawyer. And they come back, we talk for about just a little bit, nail the details, the selling price, the terms, and so that was about 10:30 that he showed up, and then they leave, they go open escrow, and by 1:30 I'm dropping off a check to open escrow.
Yeah.
I mean,
I remember asking you the next day, how long did you know about this? And you're like, no, Jason, it really took place all yesterday.
yes.
Okay, so leading up to that night, we all show up, and oh my goodness, I remember the heavy hearts at our table, and then who was it? Made everybody quiet down.
Oh, Karen.
Karen calling. Yeah. Karen's like, shut up, basically.
Yep.
Rosie's got something she wants to say. And then you announce to you do it in Spanish and English. Mm-hmm. And you are announcing that you're the new owner.
Yep. Officially.
Yeah.
It's what I wanted. It's what I had prepared.
And just so the viewers know, it's not like you didn't ask to buy the business before.
Correct.
This isn't just like it just happened on. I mean, this was a part of why you were leaving, is because you wanted to buy the business, but it wasn't going to be sold.
Correct.
So you just, okay, that's it. I'm not investing another 5 years of my life.
Right. Exactly.
I'm going to go on and figure out what I'm going to be.
Right.
And
I'm going to be the Amigos official owner for I don't know how long, which I love it. I love it. And it's interesting that the heaviness that I had probably a little bit since I announced that I wasn't staying, but definitely since that Saturday before, I felt like I couldn't even breathe. Wow. And I felt just like, and then finally when I dropped off the escrow check and it felt real, I could breathe again. I'm like, oh, and here I go. I'm feeling like Rosie again, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it does. Well, I did a Going Goodbye on the radio for you, and the last song that I played was Miss You by the Rolling Stones. And then the next day, we did a congratulations celebratory, about 45 minutes worth of songs, and we started off with the Pointer Sisters. I'm so excited. Jimmy threw Happy Together in there, which I had to make sure that Penny understood that was from the Turtles, that was from Jimmy, and that if Robin was listening, Good
Right.
luck, Jimmy. And then later he explained it was tacos. It was tacos. I'm so in love with the tacos. Well, talking about that, if you were to left, were you taking the, as for me in my house, we will serve tacos 24/7?
Yes,
Fine?
it's still actually in my car.
Is it really?
Yes, I haven't put it back.
So anyway, we did that, and we really were genuinely excited,
Yeah.
and we played Celebration and all different kinds of songs. So we wish you the best.
Thank you.
True Christmas miracle.
Yes,
Just
I agree.
before December 1st,
Yes,
as you took over as the official owner.
official Amigos owner. Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank
We're
you.
so excited.
So am I.
All
So
right.
am I.
It's a Christmas miracle here.
Why choose us? Because our success is determined by your success. Our job is to promote you. With our combined success, we foster an after-school programs teaching, broadcasting, writing, TV, and film. We help each other and teach future generations.
This is Jimmy T with the amazing Kristina Blum-Justice Red Cross volunteer who's just returned from an amazing adventure to Hawaii. Welcome. It's great to see you.
It's good to see you too,
What do you think of my hair? Pink? Is that oh, okay. No, seriously, Kristina has a recap about what happened in Hawaii. Please.
Yeah, so as he was saying, my name is Kristina Blum-Justice, and I am a disaster health services volunteer with the American Red Cross, among other things. And my primary job in a disaster situation is I go in and I help replace durable medical equipment, help people care for wounds if they need that, a lot of, connecting people with resources if they need more home health care type stuff. So that's my primary job. I received a call on a Friday afternoon in September, and they said, we're sending you to Maui. And I was like, okay. And 3:30 Sunday morning, my dad and I were driving to Reno, and I flew to Maui. And I was there for 3 weeks. And I just got back here at the beginning of October on the 8th. And it was one of the most incredible experiences of my life.
So is a 48-hour response normal?
Well, it could be anywhere from 24 to 48 hours that they give you. Usually they want you there as quickly as possible.
Now, how long is a normal deployment?
A normal deployment in, say, for a hurricane or something here on the continent side of the United States would be about 2 weeks. For island deployments, they ask us to go for 3 weeks.
I understand. Now, tell us about the statistics you brought with us.
So as of right now in the middle of October, there are still about 7,000 people in shelters in Maui. Those are, they're broken up between 36 different hotels on the island. But when I was there, there was close to 8,000 people. They've been able to find homes for, or housing, more long-term housing situations for about 1,000 people. But that is a huge issue that they're facing right now because Maui has such a huge housing shortage.
Yes. Yeah. It's kind of like Bishop. It's isolated.
It's very isolated.
Can't build outward. There's just a beach or something limiting.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like you said, some people own the area, and then there's just not houses laying around to put people in.
Mm-hmm.
So after the housing crisis, what is the next crisis that you're reporting on? Tell us about the people.
So one of the biggest things that I observed while I was over there was how incredibly resilient the people were. The community there on Maui, they are really isolated. I mean, here in Bishop, we think of ourselves as being isolated, but no, Hawaii is very isolated. There's 2,000 miles of ocean around them. And just seeing the resilience of this community of people and how much they rallied around their own and were really, just the really grassroots efforts to pull themselves up by their bootstraps and rebuild Lahaina and the other communities that were affected by wildfires that night was incredible. I was blown away by how incredibly welcoming and kind and generous the people in Hawaii were, even when they had lost everything, and they had truly lost everything. We think of like wildfires, we always think of like houses being destroyed, and there were a couple thousand houses that were destroyed. But in addition to that, people lost their places of employment. They lost their doctor's office. They lost their pharmacies. They lost, their veterinary clinic. All of the resources that they have their entire lives were just gone. And in the face of even that, how much they were still looking out for their neighbors and looking out for each other was incredible.
It's the island cultures, they realize, I hate to say it, no one's coming, so you got to take care of yourself. On Guam, they were just amazing. Hurricane, the typhoon would come and wipe them out. Just, okay, let's start over again. No biggie. So tell us about the response.
The response effort for this particular wildfire was really very beautiful to see because of how many resources there were and how many people did come. And this is just my observation. I did part of my deployment. I was stationed at the Lahaina Civic Center. So we went down into Lahaina to the Civic Center, which was still there, thankfully. And the National Guard was there. And like the Red Cross was there, FEMA was there, Salvation Army was there, the Southern Baptists were there, just all of these different agencies and like the state of Hawaii and the Department of Public Health. And they had set up the basketball court as a resource center for all the people of Lahaina. So they had, in the center, they had like a circle of palm trees and there was a circle of chairs and a mental health professional. So people could just come and talk because there was a lot of really, really, really horrific stuff that people saw during the fire that night, and being able to come to a safe place and talk about it with a professional was just a really valuable resource. And then they had a little area set up for the kiki, I still can't say it right, for the children to play. So my partner and I was partnered with an EMT from Massachusetts, and we were there at the Civic Center, and we played with the kids for a little while we were, between the stuff we were doing, and just seeing just how the community was just wrapping around the survivors with so much love was incredible.
So tell us about hope.
So the hope for Lahaina is that they are going to rebuild. While we were there, Lahaina is very much a cultural center in Hawaii, and the heart of Lahaina was this spectacular banyan tree that grew down in Old Lahaina. And while we were there, there was a lot of uncertainty. Is the banyan tree going to survive? Like, is this tree going to make it? And later on into my deployment, word came through that there was a team of arborists that were working on saving this tree, and the tree was showing signs of new growth. And people were crying because they were just so filled with hope because the banyan tree survived. And that was one of the really powerful things that I observed while I was there, was just how connected the people of Hawaii are to their land and to the ocean and to this magical place that they call home. And seeing that hope renewed because this tree was going to survive was just so powerful. And it gave me hope as a responder, that, seeing the hope for the future for these people, because I go home, I'm not there to see them rebuild, but that determination, that hope, and that passion for their home is very much alive and is very much going to get them through this.
Look up banyan tree. They're amazing.
They are spectacular.
They're wonderful. Kristina, I appreciate it very much. Now, what can someone do to donate to Lahaina Relief?
So yes, absolutely. The responding to a disaster of this magnitude is very expensive. And if you are able to donate, you can donate to the Red Cross. You can go to redcross.org, or just support any of the organizations that are helping out in Lahaina.
Awesome. That's redcross.org. This is Kristina Blum-Justice, Red Cross volunteer. What is your title again?
Disaster Health Services.
Disaster Health Services of the American Red Cross. This is Jimmy T. We'll be back with the continuing saga of Kristina Blum-Justice in Lahaina. This is Jimmy T. with Elementary Matters with Principal Gretchen Skrotzki. Welcome. Jimmy. It's always a pleasure.
How are you?
I'm doing great, and I thank you for coming here. I'm grateful.
Oh, What do you know? Our word of the month at Bishop Elementary School is gratitude.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Who are you grateful for?
Oh my goodness. We have so many people to be grateful for this month at Bishop Elementary School. I have kind of a list. So if you don't mind, I'll
Get
just
ready.
kind of start from the top. In the month of November, we celebrated Native American Heritage Month. And so our Native American liaisons, Kelly Coleman and Ashley Dondero, went ahead and put together a Strut Your Stuff assembly for all students where we had Sage Romero come and he did his hoop dance, and we had students from our school do dance as well, and we had people from the tribe, and it was just a lot of fun, and it was great to see that our own students up there dancing and singing and doing all of those great things. So that's number one.
Well, thank you, Sage and company.
Yes, and our Native American liaisons, you're wonderful. Right now we have Parent-Teacher Conference Week going on, so minimum days throughout the rest of this week. And, every teacher is meeting with every parent and just hoping to build that relationship, make that connection, and just talk about students and how they're doing.
It's a three-way contract. You and the student and the parents and you.
It really is. It really is. You have to work together as a team. And so our goal for the fall conferences are always just to build that rapport with one another and that relationship. So you have the support from all ends, all sides. We're working hard this year to just build a positive school climate. So we have our RAM cart, which, yes, Mr. Rout does a fabulous job with our parent community. It's our parent community parent-teacher community organization. They changed the name. It used to be PTO, and we encompass the community aspect, but they put together a RAM cart that they take around, and it's got a bunch of prizes and things on there for students to purchase stuff with their RAM bucks that they receive for being respectful, responsible, safe. So a lot of gratitude there for all of the people involved in that, because that kind of keeps the kids going and keeps them motivated. We have our book vending machine that's still going strong. Kids love it. Our Student of the Month assemblies, if you get an academic award, you get the golden coin to go to the vending machine.
Awesome.
And get a free book. So that's still up and running. And thank you to Altrusa, and thank you to PTCO for helping fund all of those books. Otherwise, gosh, we have an upcoming book fair. Remember Scholastic Book Fair back in the day? You'd get I don't know, when I was a kid, I'd get the little ad or the little newsletter, and you'd mark what book you wanted.
Better than the Sears catalog.
Right. Ugh. Yeah, except for when it was Christmas time.
Yeah, the toy book was, yeah.
But so we have our book fair coming up December 4th through the 8th, and it's hosted by Mr. J, our librarian and parent-teacher community organization. And we're looking for actually anyone that wants to adopt a student. What it would be is you'd basically pay $8 to adopt any student that can't afford a book. You can pay it in the office. You can use Venmo. You would contact me or Kathleen Scout at Bishop Elementary, and that would buy a book for a student that can't afford one.
That's awesome.
Otherwise, gosh, we have our winter jacket drive right now. So if you have any gently used kids jackets, we always have kids that need jackets or just forget their jacket or lose their jacket. So sizes 5 through 8. Other than that, we're just grateful. We're just grateful for being in school, grateful for learning, grateful for continuing to build our positive school culture, and just all around, I think, a happy little community.
Awesome. May we go back to grateful for a moment? Because I want to be grateful for the librarian, Mr. J.
Oh my goodness.
What an outstanding individual. You're very lucky to have him.
He is amazing.
He's just,
And it's so nice because, I don't know, you don't have at schools much anymore libraries, like actual libraries. And he just keeps it so inviting. Not only do students love going in there, teachers and staff love going in there. It's just a happy place.
Yeah, it's got the
extra
library feel. You got the books, but it's like there's a vibe.
There's a great vibe.
Hello, I'm Tori Michener. I am the Public Information Officer for your Bishop Area, California Highway Patrol Office. I come to you today with a little bit of news. On December 9th, we're going to have the Shop with a Cop program, which is put on primarily by the Bishop Police Department and other allied agencies in the Bishop, Inyo, and Mono County areas. On December 9th, we're going to get calls about this. We always do. You're going to see nearly every law enforcement agency represented in a parade, a brief parade that we're going to be doing with all the youngsters involved with the Shop with a Cop program. They get to experience the feeling of having lights, code 3 lights and sirens going down Main Street. So if you happen to see us, A, please don't step out in front of us, but B, give us a wave. Those youngsters are going to be in there and they truly appreciate it. It's a special moment for both the young folks and the officers that are involved in this program. I would like to express my thanks and gratitude to those that donated their time and resources to make this program a possibility. The good folks in Inyo and Mono County are truly, truly gracious with everything that they have, and they make this a special event. And I would like to say thank you and happy holidays. Again, I'm Officer Michener with the Bishop Area, California Highway Patrol, saying thank you and happy holidays.
Good morning. Thank you for having us today. My name is Erin Clark, and I am a prevention specialist with Inyo County First 5. And this is my colleague. I'll let her introduce herself.
Hi, my name is Alina Villanueva. I'm new to the county. I'm also a prevention specialist for First 5 and just happy to be here.
Happy to have you. And today we wanted to ask the community for your help. It is that time of year. We are conducting a toy drive that is happening right now through December 15th. You can donate at a physical location. 1360 North Main Street is the Clint Coulter Consolidated Office Building. We have a big bucket in the lobby that people can go donate. We also have a wish list online through Amazon, and you can get to that wish list by going to our website. It's www.inyocounty.us/first5, number 5, first spelled out 5, or just Google Inyo County First 5, and it'll take you to our website where we have our flyers and we have our wish list link there. And so this toy drive is held in anticipation of a toy shop where families from the community are able to come and get one toy per child, and that is completely free. It's open to all children under 18 throughout Inyo County, and that will be held the week of December 18th in various locations, so Tacopa, Bishop, and Lone Pine. So right now we're really just asking the community for their donations. As we've seen this last couple of years with the economy and cost of living, our families need a little bit extra support this year more than others, and so this is really just an opportunity for our wonderful community to come and just support others within the community. So yeah, just give us a call. Also, if you would like to donate at another location that's not our office building, the First 5 main number, 760-873-6453, and we'll be happy to come to you and help to collect any type of newer donated items.
Hey, thanks for watching this episode of Skippable News. I'm Jason Brown.
I'm Jimmy T.
And we will see you next week. On the way out, here is what's now showing at the Bishop Twin Theater.
Your historic Bishop Twin Theater.
Yes, our office as well.
Do you recognize me, soldiers?
Napoleon Bonaparte has held the world hostage.
Long live the Emperor! Oh, finally somebody gets me.
There's something stirring up inside of me.